Good morning to you all students at home. Hope you are enjoying your holiday. And at the same time, I think you are reading your book as well. Good. Because very soon, by the grace of God, it's resume back to school. But before then, you need to read your book very well. You need to be conversant with your study. Because if someone is far away from study, is or studying for a day, that study will leave the person for some days. So as a result of this, please read your book. Be studious. Always make sure you are studious. You are reading your book. You can be a bookworm at home. To be a bookworm is to be a book reader. Yes, my name is Ujo Thomas, your social studies teacher. Today, we are going to examine social studies in which we are going to get some some points in the topic. And as you know that, though I'm not a storyteller, yeah, but I need to tell you more of the stories under our social studies, that is the living together of mankind, the study of man and his physical environment. That is what is meant by social studies. This is week 6 for JSS1. This topic, I want you to be attentive very well. It has gotten something to do with our life and our educational career. The topic therein is examination malpractices. Examination malpractices. What is meant by examination malpractices? We want to understand and know this for today. What I want you to know is the specific objective, the learning objective. My aim for you is that at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the meanings of the examination malpractices. 2, to mention the causes and solutions to stop the examination malpractices, the meaning and the causes and the solution therein. All these points I want you to understand. What is examination malpractices? Examination malpractices is the manipulation of the examination process by the candidate, supervisor, or invigilator during examination, which is against the establishment norm and regulation. That is the malpractices. How they manipulate during the examination period by either students, that is candidates, the supervisor, or the invigilator during examination period, which is against the establishment norm and regulation in Nigeria and even abroad. In abroad, if you are caught that you are manipulating during the examination period, the student may be jailed. The person may be sentenced to some years imprisonment. But not unlike Nigeria here. You can see that it's rampant here in Nigeria, examination malpractices, which is against the policy of educational career in Nigeria. So, as a result of this, the student needs to be studious. Be a bookworm. Read your book always. And when you get to the exam hall, you'll be very pleased. Be very, very pleased. Even you'll be anxious to get your question paper and to write. What are the examples of examination malpractices? Let me just give you a few examples. 1, bringing prepared materials into the examination hall. Some students are found doing this. Even I was somehow surprised, amazed. In some primary schools, you see them, they write something inside the paper, small sheet of paper, or they write it in their palm and bring it to the examination hall during the examination period. That is bringing prepared examination material, my prepared materials into the examination hall during the examination period. That is one. We call the next one impersonation. Not when somebody, impersonation is when you call yourself what you are not. Like a man that calls himself an army officer, whereas he's a civilian. That is what they call impersonation. But in the case of examination, using another person to write the examination for you. You are not Mr. Jimoh Adeleke. And the person that is not Jimoh Adeleke that's supposed to write the exam, the candidate, another person, maybe Bayowa Joseph, is sitting down and write for him or her. That is what they call impersonation, which is very terrible. In Nigeria, it's very rampant. This will be discouraged among our students. So impersonation is one of the examples of examination malpractice here in Nigeria. 3, copying and deriving during the examination. You see some students, when they are writing, they will neck out and see what is happening, what the other student is writing, so that they will copy and giraffe. That is when you see their neck. Like, I don't know, an animal they call giraffe. With a long neck. Yes, just giraffe. They neck out to see what is there. What is he writing? And they will start copying. Very, very flagitious, very, very shameful. That somebody will still copy another person's name in the examination set. That is very bad. That is very bad. We should desist from this kind of habits, examination malpractices. Say no to examination malpractices. It is very bad. Some people, they will just have mind that, don't worry, I'm going to take A1 in my examination, in my WAHEC, this and that. And by the time they enter into the examination hall, you see them loaded with exhibits, with papers, with examination materials, writing the formulas in their palm. They can write it on their leg. That's we need to discourage this. We should not try to do this examination malpractices. We should desist from all this kind of habit. It's a bad habit. What are the causes of examination malpractices? 1, laziness. Some students are very lazy. They won't reach. Look at during this pandemic holiday now. Some students at home, sleeping, watching cartoon, up and down, running up and down, scatter. You see, some like sleeping. That's what they call laziness. And when the exam comes, that is when you see them deriving, copy notes. So we even take booklets to the examination hall and start writing, copying. Because of what? Because of the laziness. 2, low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. Oh, that I like this point. When you are not confident of yourself, you know what to do, you know what to write. Low self-esteem. Because you are not, you feel that is, you have already regarded yourself as inferiority complex. So you don't know what to do. This, I cannot do this. The person will become a parasite, hanging on the neck of somebody to do the exam for him or her. We should desist from this. The third one is inability to cope with academic work. Inability to cope with academic work. Maybe due to the automatic promotion. What you're supposed to learn from JSS1, from JSS2, they give the person automatic promotion to JSS3 or SS1. And there will be lapses when you get to JSS3 or JSS1, or even SS1, rather. Inability to cope. They won't be able to cope because of the knowledge. He cannot be able to be fluent with what others are doing in the classroom, because they gave him or her automatic promotion. Then the next one is faulty admission system. This one is rampant in our universities. You see them, faulty admission system. Maybe because of bribery and corruption, they might have bribed the VC, the registrar, so that they manipulate, they take bribe to admit the person that are not supposed to be admitted into the university. That is in the admin of any school. It might be either secondary school or this, let's say, tertiary institution like Polytechnic, like Tech, like NC College of Education, like university. Wrong admission system. Then societal parent influence. Oh God. Societal parental influence. I and the lecturer or the registrar, we belong to an association. So my child, they will give them follow-up assurance that don't worry. Your child will come to our school. Maybe that person is a lecturer there, or the person is a VC there, or the person is a provost. Don't worry, by next year, your child will do it. So they will use long leg. They give the person admission due to the influence, societal parental influence. All these are wrong. We're supposed to discourage all these kind of habits in our society, in Nigeria, in our educational platform. Now, let's go to the prevention. How can we prevent all these rampant academic mucus that are hanging on our platform in Nigeria concerning educational processes? Preventions of examination malpractices. One, students will be encouraged to be hardworking. Students will be encouraged to be hardworking. Some students are very lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. You see them, they eat and sleep, eat and play cartoon, eat and play football, eat and watch movies. You should be hardworking every time, every minute, so that you will have bright future. So your educational barrier will be bright. Two, this will be enlightened on the heroes of examination malpractices. So we should let them know the negative of the examination malpractices. The negative side of examination malpractices. If you are caught, you'll be sentenced to imprisonment. The person will go to jail. In America, there are a lot of people that cheat during the examination period, and they were jailed. Even if they are caught here in Nigeria, no matter how they take bribe, they will still give them punishment, even capital punishment. So we should desist from examination malpractices. Then, three, culprits to be made to face the wrath of law. That is what I just said. Culprit means the offenders to be made to face the wrath of law. Okay, this is what you did in the examination hall. They cannot kill them, but to send them to jail. If somebody is sentenced to jail, is it a very good sign? It's not. It's a bad sign. I pray that we will not be jailed in Jesus' name. So, in order to avoid that, it's for you to Read your book. It's for you to study very well. It's for you to be conversant with your study. You see, what can cause all this is because of bad friends. Bad friends always influence the bright ones. Like in the university, you say, okay, we go and join court. Court. Bad society, bad friends, bad companies that may influence the bright one. So we should desist from moving with bad friends in the school, at home, wherever we might live. We need to enlighten others that are in front of this habit to desist from it. It's not good in our society. It puts stigma, bad stigma, on the platform of our educational career. So, students at home, do not involve yourself in this kind of habits. Examination malpractices. Malpractices is not good. Say no to examination malpractices. That is why we are online every time, giving you lecture, giving you moral support, giving you moral instruction, and teach you very well. For this, I pray that God will give you retentive memory to assimilate whatever we teachers are impacting to your brain in the name of Jesus. This is the end of this topic. And in your lesson notes, you will see just 2 assignments or 3 or 4. Make sure you do it and forward it to me. Still remain your teacher, Mr. Thomas. Make sure you stay at home and stay safe. Stay safe. Do not play with bad people. Do not move with bad friends. They say that bad friends corrupt good company. So for this, you need to be studious and do your work and start well. Start well. Because very soon now, I know, and I pray that we will enter. The government will call off the strike. I can say strike. You may not know that it's strike. Who is striking? Is the pandemic that is striking. Not we, but the pandemic, which will not come to our tent in Jesus' name. So stay at home and stay safe. Your able master, Mr. Thomas, saying bye for now.